Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
But tell me, Eddie, is that a rabbit in your pocket or you're just happy to see me?
Hello, everyone. Welcome. We are, finally back together for Talk Nerdy because she did a solo stream last week because it was too late for me to put my makeup on and stream from like 10 to midnight, basically. But then
I streamed for like 4 hours.
Yeah, but then like the people in the chat called me out like, she's still up on Discord.
I know, Mara.
You're
like, I'm going to sleep. I'm going to be asleep.
I didn't say. First off, I did not say I would be. I did not say I would be asleep. I said I was tired and it was too late. But I was watching Cowman play Sims 2 through my Discord because he was sharing his screen, and I was basically watching his sad little sim in his sad little house, basically for a little while because it was like enthralling for some reason.
His sad sim.
Yes, his sad little sim. But welcome everyone.
Cowman.
Yeah, Cowman is like very low effort in that regard when it came to designing his house, his sim. But I helped him out a little bit. I sent him some sites to download.
That's a girl thing to like go all out and design stuff.
Oh, I mod the shit out of Sims 2, basically. I mod the shit out of it so that way. So I told him. I flat out told him so that way my sim does not look like he or she lures kids into white vans with promise of free candy. Basically.
That's such a girl thing to start like designing stuff. That's probably one of the reasons why I like Animal Crossing. Like you can design a whole island, which is cool. And it's so funny because like the game that me and Disper are playing, that raft game, he's like setting up stuff that's helpful, like a sail and nets to trap things. And I'm just like, I built a chair. I made a chair.
But
like, I made a chair and then I sat in it and I couldn't get up.
But that's how I am with like the Sims games, basically, where it's like I'll create characters, but then I'll get bored with them because all I want to do is design the houses. That's all I want to do in the game.
That is so girly, Mara.
Yeah, it is incredibly fucking girly.
That is super girly.
I'm weird, chat. I will watch either Investigation Discovery or HGTV. That's my kind of like main channels.
Oh, I don't watch. I can't stand HGTV. Like
I get ideas from that. Basically, it's like, oh, okay, I'm gonna try something like that.
I'll watch. You know what I like to do? I like to watch. Like to watch because I used to do it. What do you call it? Like the furniture, like refurbishing furniture. Because I used to do that. So
yeah,
and like building brand new furniture since I used to do that. I was like, oh, those are the things I like to watch. But you know,
I generally watch like the end of the episodes. Basically, I'll start watching something like on HGTV, and I'll basically walk away and then come back like the last 10 minutes to see what the final product looks like.
Trey says I used to watch Maury daily. Of course you did, Trey. You worried some of your baby mama's gonna show up on that show one day.
God, but anyway, chat, welcome. Before I say hello to the chat, I'm gonna say like, not that I expect super chats, but normally we do like whenever we do super chats, like it's like I go like like we'll take shots, and I will take a shot basically if like you send super chats. But I figured like I'm gonna try something a little bit different to see how many people would be like willing to do this, and that way like if you send a $10 super chat, I will answer a question. But there's a caveat. There's like a big couple caveats. Basically one, no questions that would dox anything, basically of me or whatever. Basically, so any information that could potentially dox either myself or someone I know, no questions like that. Okay. Secondly, no extremely personal questions. Basically, that would again go into information that I don't exactly want. When I say out there, I mean again doxing certain things about my.
You can ask me personal questions about Mara.
For $20, send me $20. She'll answer a personal question about me.
I was thinking. I on the other hand, I will drink. I was actually debating whether or not I wanted to do whiskey or tequila because I was thinking that would be funny, huh? To drink tequila. And I get really angry and violent because for whatever reason, tequila just it doesn't agree with me. It doesn't agree with me. But now I went back to whiskey. I'm putting my hair in braids because I didn't get to blow dry my hair, and I blow dried it, but I only blow dried it halfway because I was rushing. Mm-hmm. So it's It's like a long wavy right now, and it's poofy. So gotta do the braids for him.
Yeah. No asking about any relationship status, and
Why? What are you hiding? Just kidding.
for $20, she'll reveal the information. For $10, I'll answer other questions. And then I think like the only other thing I ask is don't ask exactly what I did in the military.
Ooh.
Because that is my job in the military. I will tell you, chat, is if I told you, I'd have to kill you.
Yeah, that is a classified. We'll just say that.
Yeah.
So
So I will tell you military stories. Like if you like ask, like, you know, like what like what's your most memorable deployment or something you did on deployment or whatever, basically. I will tell you that. Like what was tech school like? What was basic training like? I will tell you stories like that. But like if you ask, like, you know, oh yeah, and then, you know, in terms of like what you did in the military, like, you know, what can you tell us? I'm like, I'll tell you that. I'd have to kill you afterwards, but I'll tell you.
I'll answer anything.
And what else? Oh, and there's still some. I believe there's still countries I can actually not go into because of what I did in the military. So, what did you vaguely do in the military?
That's too much information.
I'm not saying what countries. I'm just saying that there are certain countries where it's like technically I cannot visit.
I thought that was most like military people. Like there's a set places that you're not allowed to go visit.
Well, like for most, yeah, but particularly for what I did, considering the information I looked at, they're like, yeah, you're not allowed to go into these countries. And even if you're just visiting,
you're saying too much. You're doing too much.
But anyway, yeah. So for $10, you know, I'll answer questions, and I'll take a shot.
I'll drink.
Yeah, I'll drink and answer the questions. She'll just drink,
and then I'll get like super drunk. So I'll just end up.
Then, like I said, for
$20 stuff that Mara doesn't want me to say.
For $20 super chats, you know, she'll answer the questions about me, basically, because she's willing to basically do whatever. And no, I'm not banned from Australia. I'm still going to go there, Liquid Blake. I'm still going to like beat you up on stream. So while I'm dressing one of my cosplays.
Ooh.
So, but anyway, from the top, I see Gravy D. Good to see you. Trey, what is up? I saw your message, Trey, but didn't have a chance to respond. I watched The Monkey on the Seas, and I will say, I say it's more of a dark comedy. I'm going to hold off any final thoughts until I can actually either watch it in theaters or like a better streaming quality. Because I could barely hear some of the dialogue on the cam version. I hate those fucking versions. But I could barely hear some of the dialogue. So I don't want to say, oh yeah, it's like either way. But it's definitely a dark comedy. Part of me wants to read the original story because it's just so fucking weird. And I potentially saw a big plot hole, but I'm like, you know what? Maybe the book covers it, and it just didn't like exactly do it well in the movie.
Mara, why are we in squares? It's really weirding me out.
Weirding you out, woman? Okay, there. Is that better?
Yeah.
I'm going to have to change it back to a square because when I do my reading stream, I change it to a square so that people can see the fireplace.
It's weirding me out.
It's weirding her out.
It weirds me out when we're on Flashcast when we're in circles. Like he puts us in circles. I'm like, and I hate it.
Like this?
Yeah. Weirds me out.
Anyway, Tommy Doyle, what is up? James, good to see you. Capinova, hello. Yes, this is my PayPal. Where is it on YouTube side? I'll pin it. Okay, pin message
on the YouTube.
And what 400? What do you mean 400? Gaming? Like, you know, what do you mean by 400? Like, what questions I'll answer? Caveat still remains. You can send me
for 100. We'll answer 5 questions each.
I was gonna say, like, you know, 5 to 10 questions each. You send $100, like send $100 super chat. You can ask like 5 to 10 questions.
Not to 10. Take way too long. Let's say 3 to 5.
So she is the one that's like the pimp, and I'm like, you know, she's like, all right. So, and I told her she's trying to get me to do feet pics.
Not trying. I'm succeeding.
So I told her she has to wait until at the very least I get a pedicure. I'm not getting a pedicure until it warms up to the point where I can actually walk outside in sandals.
Oh yeah,
Jo,
the video you sent me, you did it wrong.
what?
You did it wrong. That video you sent me for our little duo thing. I'll do it and then you copy.
Okay.
Okay.
You're not gonna get any snow now, unless something unless,
Really?
because unless like something weird happens
melted?
weather-wise. Yeah, it's
Oh.
melting. So
Well, I'll see what I can do.
I can maybe go to like the arboretum near where I live, so you get nice, pretty trees.
Okay. I'll see what I can do.
So,
Look,
Conroy, hello. If I miss anyone, I apologize. I'm trying to go through the chat. Gigawatt, hello. Yes, Steph did remember. We just had some technical issues.
Yeah, my internet was like going in and out. So I had to close a whole bunch of windows and tabs.
Yeah. Mike Hill, hello. And I had to reconnect my YouTube to StreamYard because StreamYard is ass. Again, if I missed anyone, I do apologize. I'm trying to catch everyone who's in the chat. Psychotic Mongoose, hello. Let's see. Wiley Dave, what is up? Tara Crystal, hello, hello. Good to see you. Good to see everyone. Shut up, Gigawatt. No, I'm not. Let's see. Metalong, hello. Evan Martin, hello. Good to see you. Yeah, if I missed anybody, I do apologize. There's gaming or what? Daniel Stewart, what is up? Give me Patreon. Fuck Norris. I'm just like, but yeah, I don't have a Patreon.
I do.
I have one doggo, but yeah, she is my biggest love, and I will go John Wick on people if they hurt her. There are two Middle Eastern locations. Technically.
Mara, stop answering questions.
No, I'm saying technically location-wise, one was technically not Middle East. Hello, Dan. Hello, Blake. Good to see you. Jody, what is up? Hello, hello. Yeah, I saw that. Disney's a piece of fucking shit. Mr. T, hello. So, looking forward to the next Pin Down podcast. Yeah. Yeah, I did technically show my feet while wearing ruby slippers, but she wants me to sell feet pics. So, hello, Dario.
It's simple. They'll never know it's you.
I know. I'm saying I'm not. Did I say anything?
I'm just saying.
Mike Noss, hello. Damajna, hello. Spirian, what is up? Good to see you.
Spirian.
There it is. Okay. I think, I'm just going to say this. Damajna, at some point, we need to have you on Talk Nerdy because I did see your message a while back, but, life has been happening for me for the past several months. But, have you on maybe Talk Nerdy or something at some point down the road? One or two guests periodically. Because it has been a while since we've, streamed together. But anyway, chats. We have some things to talk about, and like I said, for those who are just joining, for $10 super chats, I will answer questions that are not too personal. For $20 super chats, she will answer questions about me that are personal. So there it is.
Will I lie or tell the truth? You'll never know.
So she wants to do it truth or dare style.
Yeah,
pretty much. That's what she wants to do. Tiny metal trees. Hello.
I want chaos.
Hello. Well, as far as MREs, okay, I'll answer this question, even though it's not a super chat. But as far as MREs, and for those who do not know, meals ready to eat. That's what MRE stands for, is meals ready to eat. I generally prefer the pasta ones because you could eat them cold. Because I never bother to heat up the main course. I avoided anything vegetarian. I tried to avoid anything vegetarian, and I tried to because it just tasted nasty. But pasta ones you could eat cold and still taste relatively decent. And some would even have M&Ms in them or other candies. Some would have either like like a big cracker about this size and cheese, like cheese spread is squeezed on it, or peanut butter. And I generally opted for the peanut butter one because it was a bit more filling. Yes, I just generally avoid vegetarians in general. But meals ready to eat, that's what MRE stands for. Like the jambalaya one. Yeah, I never bothered heating them up because it's like you had, if you heated them up, you had to dispose of the heating mechanism a certain way, otherwise you could burn shit down.
Wow, you see this?
What?
Like, fucking Harrison Ford.
Oh my god. I'll answer this question if it comes in a super chat.
Harrison Ford eating during the intros of the SAG Awards before realizing he was on camera.
Harrison Ford doesn't give a shit half
He
the
does-
time.
well, look, he put the whole thing in his mouth. I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
He didn't even bite it. He just took it out. He didn't even bite it. He just took it out.
Like, oh shit, I'm on camera.
He took it out and faced the other way so he could eat it.
Yeah. Thank you for the super chat. You're barmy. Since
From
I
my
got the super chat to answer the question about explosives. No, I did not work with explosives. Hey, Nomsky.
He's like a child whose mom was like, "What do you have in your mouth?"
No, it's like a child who's doing this and like he sees a mom give the look, and I just like take it out of his mouth and just turn.
What are you putting in your mouth? And then he takes it like a guilty child. Oh my god.
Hey, Kate.
Holy shit.
It's generally like what my dog does whenever she notices that I notice that she's put something in her mouth that she's not supposed to have in her mouth. She'll go try to look away so I can't get to it. That's what my dog does. But anyway, thank you for the super chat. You're a barman. Good to see you. And like I said, since I got that super chat, I did not work with any explosives. You probably would not want me to be around any explosives. Let's put it that way. Film veteran, so camera shy. I think he just doesn't give a shit. He's never really given a shit.
So funny.
Taking people's souls like The Rock. At some point, I will. I think I'll get to that point where I am able to take people's souls. But yeah, like I said, like for Ben, since that was a super chat, I will take a swig. Yeah.
Cheers.
EOD were cool dudes.
Oh my gosh. I don't know. That made me laugh so hard.
I did not work with EOD guys, but I would see them come in aftermath of
Oh, I didn't even see the end.
rocket attacks. So
Look, here's the end. I didn't even see the end part.
I told him to turn away. Los Angeles is known as the city of dreams. And sure enough, all my dreams have come true here. From my dream of preparing. I told him to turn away. Well, look. From my dream of preparing in a Starbucks bathroom before an audition to my dream of crying in a Del Taco bathroom afterwards. I've lived my dream of changing clothes while parked on a street nice enough to have shady trees, but not so nice that some white lady called the police on me. And I've also fulfilled my ultimate dream of enthusiastic
good. Yeah, bring up racism.
casting director while they enthusiastically ate a salad. But more than just a dream factory.
Who the hell is this?
In my home.
I don't know.
I am Jessica Williams. I'm LA born and bred, and I am an actor.
Oh, congratulations.
Okay.
Los
Guys,
Angeles.
His fucking mouth's full of food. You go like this at the end.
MREs like kind of get a bad rap. I mean, it used to be shit, but now it's they were pretty good. In Afghanistan, shit you not, when I was deployed to Afghanistan, there was they'd actually Air Force chow is, I would say, the best because they actually had little lobster tails for us to have, basically, a little surf and turf each Friday. The lobsters were only about this big.
I thought they only gave you like stuff like that, like lobster and stuff, when something bad was about to happen. Like they're gonna give you bad news.
No, this is just like Air Force. It's like, and we don't call it a chow hall or mess hall. Typically in the Air Force, we call it the dining facility or the DFAC because we are that classy.
Oh yeah, Air Force. Never mind.
Yes, we are that fucking classy.
I forgot about how fancy you guys are.
Yeah. I just told you, like, they gave us lobster while in Afghanistan, basically.
They do. Do you really want to eat
after they put us
lobster?
into bee huts, or called box huts, where they're like basically plywood box, like, you know, box shaped huts that could like catch fire in the matter of 2 seconds. But here's lobster for you. You're in a death trap, but here's lobster for you every Friday. That's how it worked. Thank you for the $50 super chat, Drew Dat Underground. Greetings from sunny Glendale, Arizona. Beautiful ladies. Thank you so much. Good to see you, Drew Dat.
Someone asked Mara a question.
Yeah, ask me questions, and I'll take the shot to that, because that's a $50 super chat. But speaking of Harrison Ford, a little movie came out of his with Anthony Mackie that did, I guess, arguably well opening weekend, but had a massive drop.
No, it didn't.
What?
No, it didn't.
No, I'm saying, like, quote unquote. But even like over a holiday weekend, it's not even going to break even. He's not even going to break even.
No.
Right here is chat. Brave New World, like a movie that no one cared about because it's not even a Captain America movie. Facing box office freefall, puts it among MCU's worst releases. It made $100 million over the holiday weekend, which,
and the press just completely like pumped that up. They're like, "Hell yeah, look!"
Yeah, I know. I'm saying, like, even for an MCU movie, yeah, that's not good. That's not good even for an opening weekend, especially, like, you know, when you have a worldwide release. And now, second weekend, it's sitting at just over, for the second weekend, just over 30 million. It dropped. Where was it? It showed.
Wasn't it like 60 something?
Whether it's considered roughly 7% drop in the 4-day weekend, or 66 from its 88 million. So it's like, it's still 66 to 88 to like a 70%, we'll say, drop. Do you know what the budget was for that movie?
No. There's a fake budget number out there.
All right. Generally, yeah. 100 million. Yeah, it was once a huge success at the box office, but given the bloated budgets for these movies, $100 million, that's not.
No, and $180 million is just for the reshoots. Like that, yeah. It's.
I know, I'm saying, but like for opening weekend, yeah, for opening weekend,
everybody's saying 180 million, but
that's not good. That is not good. Especially for worldwide. And they did reshoots. Yeah, it was reshoots and rewrites. So like whatever numbers out there, it's not going to even be remotely close because of that. So we don't have the accurate budget. And generally the rule of thumb is, once you have the accurate budgets, you take that times 2.5 to get the marketing costs, to include the marketing costs, and that's what the movie would need to make in order to break even. So there's no way that this movie is breaking even. There's no way that this movie is breaking even. And it was over even a holiday weekend. Actually, 2 holiday weekends, if you think of it, like, you know. So it couldn't even, because didn't it come out? When did it come out? Yeah, President's Day weekend. Couldn't even factor that in with kids being off from school. And let's see if it shows. Well, Trey's saying the monkey is right behind it. That movie I did see. I had to see it on the C's because I did not have a chance to see it in theaters, but I did see the monkey. And I will say it's very interesting. But I think like movie making now, movie budgets are a money laundering scam in Hollywood. Because there's no way movies should cost that much. Especially when you look at like the budget for Godzilla -1 and what Japan was able to put out and make back with that movie.
I used to think that. I used to think it was money laundering, but I honestly think that they're basically just throwing money, and money's being wasted. Like, because literally just throwing money at projects, and it's just being wasted just because they really think that these movies will do well, will perform well.
See, like part of that is the fact, you know, like say Disney, for example, buys up these IPs, and they think that everyone who, like every existing fan of those IPs, are brand loyalists, and that will shell out money just because a certain name is attached from that IP, whether it be Star Wars or Marvel or what have you. That like people are just going to show up and, you know, en masse each weekend, like each opening weekend, to watch these movies.
Well, because that's how it used to be.
Brand loyalists for these, like that's all, like, you know, like the Amazon now, for example.
Yeah, that's how it used to be. I can't remember which article it was, but there was an article that came out, and I don't remember exactly when. If it was like early, like January of last year or the year before. I can't remember which article it was. Oh my god, it's that famous. It was the Variety article with the Marvel numbers tumbling down. It was that I believe it was that article where they're talking about the Marvel retreat and how usually they go to that retreat and they're, you know, people are very like have a very like positive outlook and are really excited for like the next year of Marvel, because Marvel was succeeding in so many ways. They're usually like very optimistic and stuff, but like that particular year, it was very grim because they had no idea why Marvel was failing so bad. And I know that like with all of the new announcements, like they're really grasping at straws. Like, let's try to go back to the beginning, you know, with bringing back Robert Downey Jr., with them attempting this new Fantastic Four movie, which I'll give it a shot, but I hate Pedro Pascal. And then all of these, and then I think that like they got like this sort of second wind, you know, especially like the Marvel fanboys. They were like, yes, Marvel is back with Deadpool and Wolverine, but
well, it's not going to save.
But I was just like, this is just a movie. Like, this is just yeah. I was just like, no. It kind of felt the same way with Spider-Man, the Spider-Man 3, where everybody was like, yes, Marvel's back. This movie is awesome. Marvel's back. And then the next few projects were shit up until Deadpool and Wolverine. They said the same thing. Marvel's back. We're back. And then these next projects that are coming out are like doing poorly and are crap. I think people get excited way too early. I feel like they need to have banger after banger after banger before people can start getting really excited again for Marvel. And so far, nothing really.
No. I'm not even excited for Fantastic Four.
I'm not excited just because it has Pedro Pascal in it. Like, I don't see him as Reed Richards.
I don't even see Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom. I don't even see Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom. I have no idea what their thinking process is there.
The multiverse, Mara. The multiverse. He can totally be Dr. Doom. It's the multiverse.
Yeah, he can totally be Dr. Doom and Iron Man. Yeah, Luke Skywalker's back in Mando. Star Wars is saved. Yes, because they gave Luke Skywalker a hallway scene, like Darth Vader in Rogue One. He got a hallway scene.
Mara, stop. People cry during that scene. I'll admit I liked that scene, but I wasn't like super emotional about it just because you know where he's going to end up. So it's hard for me to get really emotional about it. Like, I've already seen.
Well, that's like when I did the top, like I do top 10 movie streams with Steve Kenobi now, or at least we're on movies, but we like generally top 10 streams. And when we got to like the years 1977, 1980, 1983, I couldn't even put the Star Wars movies on my top 10 lists because of, not only because I'm so checked out with that IP now, I got nothing about it excites me, but the fact that I was like, well, it's pointless now those movies are almost pointless because we know where these, that celebration at the end of Return of the Jedi, we know that's, doesn't mean shit because we see where they end up. So just because, like Luke Skywalker is back in the Mando show, well, guess what? You remember Last Jedi? That's where he ends up because it's all connected. So like nothing that's happening in Disney is going to fix anything that happened in the sequel movies. Drew Dad for $20. Who, what, where, how, and why? Who? The best two Talk Nerdy hosts on the planet. The what? The best damn YouTube podcast on the planet. Where? Right here on YouTube, on planet Earth, the best YouTube podcasts on this great planet. How? Through a piece of shit website called StreamYard, that's how, but still the best podcast on YouTube on this planet. And why? Well, why fucking not? There it is. That's my answers to those questions.
Nice.
There it is. Okay, Mara, I'm doing wrestling promos, yeah. Sounds a little biased.
Did you do this about this guy's quote? I don't know who this guy is. He's like a video game creator.
Oh. Kojima? I have a love-hate relationship with him.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a famous game developer. Yes, like Silent Hill.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, his reaction to watching Captain America: Brave New World. I watched Captain America: Brave New World in IMAX. I vaguely remember Sam receiving the shield in Endgame, but when did he officially become Cap? Is it because I haven't seen Falcon and the Winter Soldier? And what's this about the Avengers being reorganized? I'm also getting mixed up with the Thunderbolts trailer. That's basically every Marvel fan right now who doesn't watch or subscribe to Disney Plus.
I have a quiet cosplay somewhere still out there. That they sent me the wrong size, so I had to tie it in the back to make it fit. But I have a quiet cosplay, and I'm a good fucking sniper, Dan. It's just Kojima, the game mechanics are shit. But I play a little bit of Metal Gear Solid Phantom Pain.
But anyway, this is basically every Marvel fan right now, or every just regular moviegoer who's not doing their homework, their Disney Plus homework, and watching all of these shows. I kind of remember. I know he got the shield, but when did he officially become Captain America? He's officially Captain now. So if you don't watch that show, then you have no idea.
Yeah. But speaking of not only getting the shield, but where is it? Oh, thank you, fucking ad. Even before Avengers Endgame, before he was paid at least a decent sized paycheck. Captain America: Brave New World star Anthony Mackie disagreed with the idea of replacing Chris Evans. I don't think we need a new Cap. I don't think Cap needs to be changed.
I remember that.
Yeah,
I think he said
remember
that.
Remember that, Chad?
Yeah.
Remember that he said that?
He said that a couple of times.
Yeah, the only one that I would have accepted as a new Captain America, mainly because he would have been the only other one to be able to pick up a vibranium shield. Because that's what the shield is made out of, vibranium. It's not a regular shield, it's vibranium. Would be Bucky. Because Bucky was enhanced much like Steve Rogers was, so Bucky would be able to pick up the shield. I can't even remember. Well, what's Falcon's name? But Falcon.
Sam Wilson.
Like I said, I don't even care enough about the character to remember his fucking name, but Sam never got the super soldier serum. Never. You never see him get it. Because if he had gotten it, he would have bulked up because of what the serum does, and he would have been able to pick up the shield. Once Steve Rogers handed that shield off to him, it should have been on the ground permanently because no one would be able to pick it up other than Steve Rogers.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, chat, because I didn't watch this new Captain America movie, but doesn't he mention? I've watched a few reviews on it, but doesn't he talk about how I should have taken the serum? I should have taken the serum throughout the entire movie. He's like, dang, maybe I should have taken the serum. He references the serum.
Mm-hmm.
And
I would not be surprised
it or something because I haven't seen the movie.
Trey saying yeah, Jo saying I think he did. But like I said, even then, without taking the serum, he should not be able to pick up the shield.
He doubts himself the entire time.
No, the shield is vibranium Okay, it's like made of vibranium. It's like mentioned in the Captain America movie. So the only two who should be able to pick up the shield are Cap, Steve Rogers, and Bucky.
Are you sure? Because I thought
I don't think it's not supposed to be. I'm not
that
like saying it's
Howard
like
didn't Howard Stark pick it up. I feel like he picked it up when he was showing it to Steve Rogers. Hold on, I have to look at that scene.
it's not heavy. Well, it's supposed to be. I thought it was supposed to be made of vibranium, which is a heavy metal, or have vibranium in it, which is supposed to be heavy metal. But why would he care about taking the serum at all? It's a third of the weight. That still would be heavy.
Let me see. Here's the scene. Because I could have sworn he picked it up.
Super dense. I knew it was supposed to be strong. Shouldn't be able to throw it. There's some things about it where it's like
I don't think he. Oh shit. Okay, no, he didn't pick it up. I could have sworn he picked it up, but no, Cat picked it up. But that's yeah.
People are saying he should be able can't throw it, but should be able to pick it up. But I'm saying I don't remember Howard picking it up. See, the thing is it's supposed Steve is supposed to be the only one who really be able to use it. Really be able to use it. I think they changed the rules when it came to the fucking shield as the movies progressed.
It's like a boomerang.
Yeah, I'm saying I think they changed the rules.
Yeah, I have no idea.
As the movies progressed.
I have no clue.
Because I don't think even Tony should be able to really pick it up.
I'm not too sure, but you know what I am sure of? Kerry Washington won Best Actress for 688
Did that movie
at
even
the
come out?
NAACP Awards, yo!
Did that movie even come out?
It did. Didn't it? It came out on streaming. 688. They can do it.
No, the movies don't treat it as heavy. I thought the shield was supposed to be on the heavy side, which is why Steve is the only one who's should be able to use it. But the movies change it and make it seem lighter than it is. It's supposed to be a heavy shield.
Who watched this show? Who watched this movie? Nobody.
Well,
Nobody.
Adamantium is heavy. So why is Sam able to pick it up? Adamantium is what is the metal inside Wolverine for his claws. It's a heavy, dense metal. So why is Sam able to pick it up? Anyway, was on Netflix? Okay, it did release.
Highlight Disparu's comment. They did not put us here because we can do it. They put us because they think we cannot.
Oh my god. I think I saw the trailer for that.
That's a quote from the movie.
Yeah, we used to watch the trailer for that, and I was like, what the fuck?
688. Nobody watched it. She won an award for it.
Cap shield should be adamantium and vibranium blend, which are both fairly heavy metals.
I have no clue. I have no
That's
clue.
what I'm saying. It's I'm looking at this. I'm coming from this from a little bit of the comic book knowledge, and I'm looking at the movies, and I'm like, it should not be that easy to even pick up for normal people. Hey, Dre, where's Cap shields in the comics? No one picks it up. I'm looking at this going, no one should be able to pick it up.
Like Thor's hammer.
Yeah, Thor. Yeah, like Thor's hammer. Only if you're worthy can you pick up Thor's hammer. But but now his name is now a mantle, even though it's not a mantle. It's actually his fucking name, Thor Odinson. I forgot that movie was fucking coming out. Daisy Ridley's new movie, Cleaner. I forgot that was coming out.
I had no idea that movie was a thing.
Yeah.
I learned about it last night. I didn't even know that was a thing.
You said super chat. Dave Martinai, thank you.
You know what movie I'm excited about is Mickey 17. I'm actually looking forward to that one. I can't wait to see it.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to see it in theaters, But the movies I did see in theaters that I saw Love Hurts and Hard Eyes.
What did you think about Love Hurts? Because
I was disappointed.
okay,
I was disappointed. I think it tried to be something more than what it should have been, and that is just basically an action movie set on Valentine's Day.
yeah.
I think it tried to be deeper than it actually was.
Was it?
The whole motivation, like the romantic motivation, I was like, fucking do away with that and make the motivation. I'm a spoiler alert, chat. Spoiler alert. Make the whole motivation the fact that his real brother kills Sean Astin's character, his the one he considers his brother. Make that his motivation and have him like go after his real brother because of what he did. Get rid of the romantic angle. It's that I don't care about that.
Question: was it as bad? Because I asked them on last night. I asked a verbal last night. Was it as bad? Hi, Teresa. What
was it as bad as
Argyle?
I think it's right up there with Argyle. I think it's right up there with Argyle just because of the fact that you look at the trailer and you're like, it gets you pumped.
It looks good.
It looked good. And then you watch the movie and you're like, what the shit is that? I'm not saying it's necessarily as bad as Argyle, but it's right up there.
Ah, damn.
It's right up there because it got me excited.
Yeah.
It got me excited. And then I watched the movie and I was like, basically what the fuck? And I have a lot of mods, Jo, because there were like some instances a while back where bots would come in with like nude websites and like spam the chat. Like people would come in like basically spam the chats and like take over the chats and like no one could respond. So I made a lot of people mods to combat that. But yeah, I would say I'm not saying like it's like as bad as Argyle, but it's right up there. It's right up there with with the whole basically with how kind of like how disappointed I was with the movie. I actually enjoyed Hard Eyes more than I enjoyed Love Hurts. I thought it would be the opposite.
Yeah, I was looking forward to Love Hurts more than Hard Eyes.
Well, yeah,
I never watched either, or I didn't watch either.
I was looking more forward to Love Hurts than Hard Eyes, and I thought it would like I said, it'd be the opposite, where I liked Love Hurts more than Hard Eyes. Like I would enjoy Hard Eyes, but not as much as Love Hurts. It was the opposites. I actually felt myself enjoying Hard Eyes more than Love Hurts. I'm not saying anything like that's like necessarily. I'm implying it's like that like no one should enjoy Hard Eyes or it's not good. Hard Eyes is good. It's decent. It's a decent movie. It's a decent slasher movie. The reveal makes sense in a way, pretty much makes sense. And they kind of turn the genre on its head. It's an interesting. It's like a fun watch in my opinion. More fun, like I said, than watching Love Hurts. So
I won't go see Hard Eyes alone. Too scared. I will go see Mickey 17 though. That looks really good.
Mm-hmm. But that would be as far as those two movies, yeah. Of the two, I would recommend Hard Eyes. It's basically it's kind of like how Wes Craven used Scream to parody the slasher movies on a more serious side. That's kind of what Hard Eyes does in a way. It's like it kind of a commentary, but parodying the slasher genre, and the fact that it's also set around Valentine's Day because of they target couples. It's it's like a little bit of a mixture.
That's cool. I think the last Scream movie scared me. So
I didn't watch 6. I did not bother watching 6. I was so pissed off after number 5. I did not watch number 6.
I can't watch scary movies. Mara, look at this. They're gonna make a White Chicks too.
Yeah, I saw that. I fucking saw that.
And I need you.
They're. I'm sorry. You guys are how old? No. What are you now? Soccer moms as White Chicks?
And
what?
Now I wonder. Dude, honestly, like I always thought that like this movie is within its time, you know, it's of its age. Like,
Yeah.
can we really make this? I honestly, like, I think they can make it, honestly, because making fun of white people is fine. Making fun of other people, no. um I don't know. I don't know,
Terry,
but they say
Terry
it's
Crews was
time.
giving,
They're gonna
yeah,
make a
Terry,
White Chicks too, dude. When this movie came out, there's no way. There's no way that people believed that these two dudes were. But I think that like
no.
if they did this, someone out there would turn this into like a trans allegory. Like
Oh yeah, they
someone
definitely
out
would.
there would make this like the
They
trans
definitely would.
movie of the year.
They definitely would. Like like at its core, it's just about these guys trying to save their jobs basically because they fucked up. Because these girls had to be in this like certain location, so they had to basically pretend to be these girls. That's it, to save their skins and like save their hides and save their jobs and figure out who's targeting them. They had to go undercover like
Yeah.
that, but no, it would be like simply, oh, it's a trans allegory because that like
Or they'll be like, "Oh no, no, this is making fun of trans people because they do look like men."
because you know what? Because there's that scene that'll stick out to these assholes that are like, oh no, it's making fun of trans people. Remember the scene where I believe it's like Marlon Wayans. He's like, like lying back in the seat, and they put the breasts on him basically, and he feels the boobs on his chest, and he gets freaked out, and it's like, oh, and it gets up and like walks away, and then the one scientist is like, "You're right, make them bigger." They'd be like, "Oh my god!" It's like it's, "Oh my god!" It's making fun of trans people. And it's like,
They would do that.
cancel it,
Or
cancel it.
they'll call it sexist or whatever. Like, oh, it's full
Yeah.
of just female stereotypes. Nah.
So
Yeah. If they do that, make this movie, I'll be shocked.
yeah,
I'll go and see it. I don't care. I liked White Chicks. I thought it was hilarious.
I'll see it for shits and giggles, but I'm like,
What's the
I'd
one
be
with-
shocked if it comes out.
What's the one where with that guy Rob Schneider, where he goes into the body of a woman, but it's just him like, it's me, Jessica.
Oh, the
What
hot
is
chick.
that movie?
The hot chick.
The hot chick. That's right.
Well, I think like the hot chick's kind of her like she's in his body or something like that, or I can't remember.
They change bodies.
Yeah, they change bodies. So it's like she's kind of in his body.
She's in his body and he's in her body.
It's kind of like a weird fucking Freaky Friday like shit going on.
Yeah, yeah. And he ends up becoming like he ends up using her to be a prostitute.
Yeah.
It's me, Jessica.
But if you've not seen White Chicks Gravy, you should watch the movie. I think it's worth at least a watch. And Terry Crews was giving an interview saying, like he actually based his character on someone that he actually knew.
Oh,
kind of like a black guy he actually knew, who would basically, he's like, he would like walk. He said this guy would walk up to like this really really hot black woman and say, hey, hey, pretty mama, like give my number to that woman right there, and it's like a white chick behind her. Like he was like into white chicks literally. So like he based his character off this guy he knew.
I know.
But yeah, White
So
Chicks 2 is happening.
When and if this movie gets made,
Mm-hmm.
it'll either be seen as so stunning, so brave, or it's so sexist and transphobic. If it gets that hate, I'm gonna go watch it. I'm gonna go watch it.
I mean, Damon, like, how old is Damon Wayans? His son is acting, so it's like,
I have no idea. I don't know.
Like they are up there.
I don't watch a lot of the Wayans brother movie. Wayans brothers movies.
Yeah, but like his son is acting now. Like his son, like when I say acting, I mean like not like he's not a kid, he's an adult.
Oh.
Is acting. So I'm like, what the fuck? That's why I'm like, why are they making White Chicks 2?
Jessica. I'm sorry.
But anyway,
in my head.
Anyway, let's move from White Chicks to talking about James Bond just a little bit, because now
Mara's gonna handle this conversation. I don't know anything about James Bond.
Well, it's like not really going to go necessarily going into James Bond basically, but now it's creative control has been turned over to Amazon basically after reported tensions with producers basically. So Barbara Broccoli and what's the guy's name? Michael Wilson, who served, like Barbara Broccoli has actually served as like basically the arbiter of the Fleming estate basically to protect James Bond, and we saw how well she was
Her last
fucking
name's
doing.
Broccoli?
Like, yeah, that's her name,
Like
Barbara
the
Broccoli.
vegetable?
Yes.
Oh.
She was supposed to be like basically the arbiter, the protector of Ian Fleming's estate, basically the James Bond IP, and we saw how well she was doing with the last installments of the James Bond movies. And so basically, so now Amazon MGM has acquired creative control for James Bond, and now people are now saying that no, like Amazon's going to ruin James Bond, and I'm like, well, Daniel Craig's movies have already been ruining James Bond. Daniel Craig is not James Bond. I don't like, maybe Casino Royale. I could see the James Bond character in Daniel Craig's performance, but they morphed him into something that James Bond is not.
Okay.
So she's already been fucking messing it up for a while now. So and I'm not going to try to defend Amazon, but people assuming that it's going to get the Rings of Power treatment, I'm like, well, Amazon Studios and what they own is an umbrella. Because you have shit like Rings of Power. Yes, that is shit. And I talk about it. It is an abomination. But then you have, I'm going to highlight Trey's comments coming in. They make a show like Reacher. And Reacher is considered good.
Reacher is damn good. I love Reacher.
I'm saying, so it's like people who are automatically, I'm not trying to defend Amazon, but I'm like,
well, I think that with Amazon, they have like a 50-50 chance of it being good.
I know, I'm saying, like, don't automatically assume it's going to be bad necessarily just because Amazon is taking over, because it all depends on the studio under Amazon who is taking control of it. However, to say it's going to be ruined by Amazon, I'm like, well, it's already been ruined since Daniel Craig took over as the titular role of the character. Like, it's already been ruined with that character, with those films, in my opinion, because that is not James Bond. So I think that the last good Bond essentially was like before Daniel Craig was Pierce Brosnan. Timothy Dalton was very good. He actually was more like the book James Bond. So Timothy Dalton was good. Pierce Brosnan was good. I think most people prefer Sean Connery. There's Roger Moore. George Lazenby could have been really good as James Bond, but he got screwed over by Hollywood essentially, and only like did one movie. Like the actual origin essentially of the James Bond that we know.
Trey says they made him Jason Bourne. Did they? Because
yeah.
I actually love the Jason Bourne movies.
Like I'm saying, like Jason Bourne, like you like the Jason Bourne movies. That's like Jason Bourne basically. That's like that character. James Bond is supposed to be like basically adjusting his watch, like very suave and debonair, like while in like a nice suit, and at the same time shooting you in the face with his Walther PPK. Basically, he's very like not exactly posh, but suave. He is you've seen Kingsman, the movie Kingsman movies?
Oh, I love Kingsman, yeah.
You see how like they basically fight in suits, things like that?
Yes.
That's kind of like James Bond, basically. Like, it's like, like the very gentleman, like, it's like kind of like the gentleman persona. But at the same time, he's an agent, so he can basically take out the bad guys. Yeah, like a sophisticated English gentleman with gadgets. Jason Bourne's a rough commoner who walks into a room and fist fights everyone. Yeah, so basically, like, because James Bond has Q. Q's the one that creates the gadgets and the tech for James Bond to use. And I think another thing people are worried about is the whole possibility of a Moneypenny spinoff. Moneypenny, if you've not seen the James Bond movies, she's the secretary. Her whole angle is basically filing paperwork and wanting to fuck James Bond. That's it. That's the entirety of her character. She wants to shag James Bond. She's all about shagging James Bond. Like she flirts with him constantly.
Is that what the spinoff would be?
That's what the spinoff would be, basically filing paperwork and trying to get in bed with James Bond. That's Moneypenny.
Why would they want that as a spinoff? Or at least why would they focus on that character for a spinoff? Is it just because of the name?
They want to make her strong woman. They want to make her strong woman, basically. And like she's just a glorified secretary. That's it. That's all Moneypenny is. She just has the hots for James Bond, and she basically like files paperwork for M, the boss, basically. So it's like that's it. That's it. She just wants to jump James Bond's bones.
Does she ever drop
No.
James Bond? Does she ever like?
I remember one James Bond movie where she was like wearing this VR set and she like set it so that way she could hack James Bond in one of the movies. But
Oh,
that's
did it
about as
finally
far as
happen?
she got. As far
Did
as
it finally
I could
happen?
well, it started to finally happen, basically.
Oh, so it doesn't happen.
No, it doesn't exactly happen, but it's the only movie I could see. And one of the Pierce Brosnan movies. But M show could be interesting because M was an agent before becoming James Bond's boss, basically in the organization in MI6. So we could see an Agent M show. So yeah, but there it is. Like, people. So basically, like, it's like I'm going to be following this kind of because I want to see what Amazon does with this IP. But I haven't trusted Barbara Broccoli for a long time. Did you also hear, like, this is like a few years back, basically, but they were editing the James Bond books to make them more sensitive to modern readers.
So they took all of the sexism out.
They removing the sexism and shit like that. Yeah, and it's like certain language that was used because you can't have what's considered racist language, even though it reflects the times that Ian Fleming wrote the books.
That's so stupid.
That's
so dumb.
Yeah, so basically they had sensitivity readers reading the James Bond books and like making them like basically like safe for modern readers.
Jesus.
Yep, they did that. They
Just
did
make
that.
People wear helmets and shit. Might as well.
Yeah, pretty much.
Those people belong in padded rooms if they can't read
and,
the book without feeling offended.
I kind of saw what you posted on Discord, because I was kind of watching that like discussion from that stream, Mr. T, and it was like really fucking frustrating me because Christopher Lee, Sir Christopher Lee, kind of put respect on his name because he was knighted. Sir Christopher Lee was the cousin of Ian Fleming, the man who wrote the James Bond novels, and was the inspiration for the James Bond character. All right, so basically, Christopher Lee worked within and for and with the SAS. Basically, he did a lot of let's put it this way, shady shit in World War II. No, he was a cousin of Ian Fleming. Ian Fleming based James Bond off of Christopher Lee because Christopher Lee did a lot of like espionage, spy shit in World War II. So yeah, it's true. He did a lot. He did a lot of that. So Fleming based James Bond character off his cousin, Sir Christopher Lee. Sir Christopher Lee was in he was a Bond villain in The Man with the Golden Gun. All right. And people in the chat were saying, "Oh, it's like I only picture Christopher Lee as an old man, so I can't imagine like blah 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 blah." I'm like, you need to be cultured. You need to be cultured because Sir Christopher Lee was Dracula in the Hammer horror films, opposite his best friend in real life, Peter Cushing, aka Grand Moff Tarkin in Star Wars, as well as Frankenstein's monster in Hammer horror films, opposite his best friend, Peter Cushing. He was also opposite Peter Cushing in The Hound of the Baskervilles. He did heavy metal music. He was in a metal band. He actually sang and shit like that. He was the manly man in his prime. Yeah. And he would read Lord of the Rings once a year. Once a year, without fail, he would read Lord of the Rings because he actually met Tolkien. He actually met J.R.R. Tolkien. So he was great in the way I was in The Wicker Man. I mean, people need to be cultured. He was in movies well before he was in Star Wars and Lord of the Rings. But he did multiple albums, heavy metal albums. Hey, Hound. Good to see you.
Sup?
Yeah, he met the Killers of Rasputin. His life is fucking amazing. You need to read about
Wow.
You need to read about Sir Christopher Lee. He had the most interesting fucking life. I think he actually also witnessed, if I remember correctly, he witnessed the last public hanging before it like that was done away with in terms of as like a punishment. He witnessed like one of the last ones or like close to it. Like his life is fucking amazing. Or was amazing. Like rest in peace for Christopher Lee.
Yeah.
Ministry of you remember Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare?
Mhm.
Ian Fleming was mentioned. He was a character in that movie because he actually was one of the orchestrators of that,
Mhm.
organization. Again, that his cousin, Sir Christopher Lee, became a part of. It was a guillotine. It was like something basically. It was a hanging or a guillotine. But he was one of the last ones. It's like he like witnessed one of the last ones.
That's cool.
Before it was like done away with as like inhumane.
Yeah. Before it was outlawed.
Yeah, before it was outlaws. Before it was like done away with. Like he is like you read about Christopher Lee, like he is a fucking badass.
I'm gonna look up some stuff on his life later.
Yeah.
That does sound interesting.
So guillotine was. I'm saying like one of the ones like he witnessed this. I can't remember. I want to say it was hanging. I want to say it was hanging that he witnessed, but yeah. So he was like pretty awesome. But anyway, so yeah, that's like the news we're getting on James Bond. Nothing really concrete. People are like worried that it's going to get the Rings of Power treatment. I'm holding off on my thoughts just because of the fact that Amazon Studios is behind Rings of Power, but Amazon Studios is also behind Reacher. So they got to
but haven't they tried to make like I've never seen any of the Bond movies. Probably need to at some point. Need to just binge all the Bond movies. But haven't they tried to like get a woman 007 for a while? You think that's what they'll do at Amazon?
They not really get, but they have like put forth the possibility of a woman, like female.
You think they'll do that at Amazon? That'd be like the perfect place to do it because Amazon is 50-50. Or not. I don't even think like 50-50. It's like 70-30. Like there's a 30% chance you can get a good Bond movie or a good Bond TV show or whatever they're going to make. Because like I can think of like 2 shows on Amazon that I like. But do you or even like maybe 1 movie too? But are you think they're gonna make it a chick? You think they're gonna do a chick? A black lady?
Well, we'll see. That's what I'm saying. I'm holding off like the whole the sky is falling bullshit until I see what Amazon is going to do, like what news comes out as far as like whatever plans they have. Because right now, all they have is creative control. They have no plans for like what they're going to do in the future right now. It's just basically they've just taken over control because they could like. So we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, it was Lashana Lynch, that bitch, basically. That like it was put forth as a possibility of replacing 007 as a female 007, even though
and it's not a female 007.
What's supposed to happen? What's supposed to happen was that when that number is retired, no one takes that number. Basically, that's what's supposed to happen. So basically, it's like they have like that's why it's like code. So no one can be like another 007 because that's.
So then they better not call it a Bond movie.
They can't call it a Bond movie. Basically, no.
Yeah, or a Bond show. So it's not a woman, maybe like a black man.
Because Idris Elba has been like kind of put forth as a possibility.
Is he too old? How old is Idris Elba right now? I feel like he's
too old to play Bond right now. He's too old, but he was put forth because he is British, so he would have that suave.
I feel it would need to be someone British, yeah.
Like ideally, it would be someone British.
You think it won't be because it's.
I'm saying it's like I said, like that's what I said. Ideally, because I have no idea what Amazon would do. Amazon pulls that shit basically, where it's like, oh, I'm hiring the best for the role. Who's the best for the role? British, right? No, it's an American actor who's doing a British accent. No, that's not the ideal for the role. Ideal would be a British actor for the role. And
like that's what I feel about Harry Potter. All the roles should be played by a British person, but who got cast? I can't remember who got. It's an American actor. Whose casting was announced? It's like, wait, what? Who was it? I can't remember who it was.
John Lithgow, possibility. Oh, he's not British. Henry Cavill was considered like at least put it this way, people want Henry Cavill because he would be they think he would be a good Bond. So, but yeah, Bond needs to be British.
Timothy Chalamet? No. No. No.
No, not Timothy Chalamet. He's too feminine. He looks too fucking feminine.
You're Barmy, are you fucking around?
Yeah, he is.
No.
Hey, 19K Fox, good to see you.
What's up, Fox?
Yeah, like no, like I think he's like with the LOL at the end. He's basically like
Oh yeah.
joshing
Timothy
us.
Chalamet, no way.
No,
Don't make that
Elliot Page for Bond
Bond.
is the right man for the job. I'm saying Sean Connery was Scottish, but at least that's on the United Kingdom, like basically the island. So it's like you need to, like someone who's British or Scottish, like somewhere like on that within the United Kingdom. It needs to be an actor from there, nowhere else.
Is Henry Cavill too bulky to play Bond? Does he need to be like, slender, slim?
Well,
Would
see,
he be too
he
bulky?
could he might be maybe a little too bulky if he kind of like tones up a bit, because Bond is not bulky. He's not muscular.
Right, and Cavill is.
But he's athletic, which means like he can still fight, but he's not like really like muscular.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, he like it's like yeah, like I'm like agree with you. He would need to slim down a bit. To play James Bond. Theo James could play James Bond. He was the lead in The Monkey. He's British. He could do it. I think he would need to dye his hair, like make sure it's dark.
Oh, that
But he
guy.
could do it. Theo James could do it. But yeah, like he needs to be on the slimmer side, not necessarily slim, but like basically athletically slim.
Dun dun dun. Yeah, I don't really know anything about James Bond.
Well,
Just
basically,
don't make it. Just don't make it. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
what is his name? Hold on, I'm looking for his name. The guy that was in the latest DC movie. What is it? The one that played Hunter, Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Oh yeah, he is floated. Like he could.
No.
I'm saying in terms like if he's cleaned up, he technically could look suave. He's like athletic enough to pull off.
He could look the part, but
yeah, but he's looking the parts. I'm saying acting wise, he's really fucking 50-50. But I think he's more of a character actor. Like I think he's niche in Hollywood as character actor. Because when he tries to do like mainstream movies, he falls fucking flat. But physically, he could be Bond. Acting wise, no. Christian Bale, well, I don't think necessarily he's too old. He might be close to being too old, but he's not. But
Warwick Davis.
Yeah, Warwick Davis has Bond. I saw.
You're not going to get Willow. Make him Bond.
Yeah. I think Christian Bale would be a little too old. Because you'd want someone in his like 30s right now. I say late 20s to 30s to play Bond.
Isn't that too young? Late 20s? Really?
I say you could have a young Bond. You could have a youngish Bond. It doesn't necessarily have to be like midlife Bond. Like you could do late 20s to 30s, but like definitely in his 30s. Taron Egerton, like his name is floating around. Taron Egerton, he could be a good Bond. He was in the Kingsman movie.
That's Eggsy. He will always be Eggsy.
Oh, shut up. No, I'm going to say Taron Egerton, not Eggsy. I know what you're talking about.
You know who they're going to hire? How tall is he? He's 5'11". They're going to hire Jonathan Bailey.
Who's that?
Jonathan Bailey played
Danny DeVito.
They're going to hire Jonathan Bailey, I bet. If they want to he'll be straight, but he's gay in real life. He played Fiyero in Wicked.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And I was like, who the fuck is that? Now I know.
He's British. He's British. Like,
he's British. Yeah, he's British.
And he's in his 30s. They're gonna hire Jonathan Bailey, I bet.
I mean, I'm saying, I don't care if the guy is gay in real life. Hell, Luke Evans is gay in real life, and he plays straight characters, frequently. I don't care if he's gay in real life, but as long as he could pull off the character, that's all I fucking care about. And I think he could. I would dye his hair a darker shade because I don't think blonde James Bond works. like a darker shade, I think he could pull it off. He would need to be a bit more suave, just a bit more suave. But I think physically he could pull it off.
Open image.
Cowman, of course.
I mean, they made. Oops, wrong thing. They made Cynthia Erivo Jesus because of her popularity of Wicked.
That.
They're gonna make Jonathan Bailey James Bond.
I'm saying like physically, like he could darken his hair, shave, so he's not like doesn't look like a homeless man. Shave, but they make him like he's athletic because he does musicals. So, he dances and stuff. So he's naturally athletic.
I don't watch Bridgerton, but apparently he's in Bridgerton.
Yeah, I'm saying like he would pull off the look. I would have to see him like.
Okay, hold on. Let me find a different picture for you. Let me see if I can find a different photo.
I'll get into the super sticker and the super chat in a bit, but Cowman is like, yeah, I'm getting okay building houses in The Sims 2, which no longer bland. Anyway, how's Mara and Steph doing tonight? Well, I did call you out, Cowman, and about your sad little sim and your sad little homes, but you're getting better at building houses, so there's that. And there was a super sticker for Vesperian. Thank you so much. It is a lemon. Give me a high five to. It looks like. I can't tell what it's giving a high five to, but thank you, Spirin, for the super sticker. I'll take a shot to that.
Spirin.
And then a $5 super chat from Drew Dad Games. I want this brew as the next James Bond.
This brew for James Bond.
So I'll take a shot to that.
Co-starring alongside Warwick Davis.
I think Guy Ritchie could. See, the thing with the Guy Ritchie is I think he could do a good Bond movie. But Guy Ritchie has a certain style that I don't think would work necessarily within the Bond IP. Like he would have as much as I love Operation Fortune, that style of filmmaking, that style of storytelling, I don't think really works within the James Bond IP. So it's like 50-50 with Guy Ritchie in my opinion.
Okay, here's a picture of what's his name again? I forgot his name already. Jonathan Bailey, that's his name.
Like I said, look in that suit. James Bond Bailey. In a tailored suit. It doesn't have to be a tux, but a tailored suit.
Go Jonathan Bailey.
Kind of like adjusting his watch basically before he uses.
I don't know if he's ever talked about it being James Bond, but two birds, right? He's gay. He's just straight in the Bond films. Yeah. But it would be LGBT,
like I said,
LGBT representation.
Sure, Ian McKellen was gay. I love him as Magneto and Gandalf.
Representation. He's in the.
I don't care.
Jonathan Bailey's in the new Jurassic World movie.
Yeah, I don't fucking care. As long as he pulls the character off. Like the actual character and not the Hollywood, basically the Western interpretation of the character, I'm fine with it.
Daniel Craig totally was gay. Yeah.
Yeah, Tito.
Trans came out, dress tights, wig, all that. Daniel Craig looks so much happier, in the dress and is starring in that gay movie than promoting James Bond.
Yeah.
What do you think, Mara? You think it's gonna be Jonathan Bailey? I'm
not gonna say one way or the other, but their looks could work. Like I said. The big caveat for James Bond is he has to be British, or he has to be at least from the United Kingdom.
He's from the UK. I'm saying
from
the UK.
That's the big caveat. I don't want any other outside of the United Kingdom. I don't want any other actor. For James Bond, I'm like that is your main caveat, right? Fucking there. An actor who's
where is he from?
Genuinely not.
He's from Wallingford, yeah. Wallingford, UK. That's where he's from. He's from the UK.
You get that evil out of my chat, Trey. You get this evil out of my chat.
I'm putting my money on that guy. I'm putting my money on Jonathan Bailey. They're gonna ride the Wicked fame, just like Cynthia Erivo.
Yeah. So, but speaking of Cynthia Erivo, guess who your new Jesus Christ superstar is, according to what was announced, that she is set to play Jesus in Jesus Christ Superstar at Hollywood Bowl, an all-female production. Basically, it's not only is it disrespectful, it is blasphemous.
Is it okay? So, does that say an all-female production?
I think some of the people were saying it's an all-female production, basically.
Because in one article I read that it was all female. In another article I said that it says that she once starred as Mary Magdalene in an all-female production. So I think someone got there.
Yeah, maybe, but having started as Mary Magdalene in an all-female version, so I don't know if something like the information got mixed up. But either way, this is blasphemy.
It's disrespectful. But I will give it this. Okay, look. Jesus Christ Superstar was already a controversial musical.
Very controversial.
Yes, it was already a very controversial musical. It basically focuses on the last days of Jesus. It's a rock musical, which is pretty cool. And I honestly, I'm surprised that she's going to be Black Jesus. It has to be because of her ego. I think that she would, if they're going to cast a woman in a part, and she's already played Mary Magdalene, I think that she would want to play the role of Judas, just because Judas gets all of the the musical, most of the musical numbers are done by Judas. And
is it Judas or Jesus? Because she's
Judas.
Okay.
Yeah. The play basically focuses on Judas and Jesus's. That's
okay.
And it's kind of from Judas's point of view, like he's sort of narrating everything. And the reason it was very controversial is because people didn't like how Judas was portrayed, and how he spoke to Jesus, how he talked about Jesus, how incredibly disrespectful it was, how Jesus was depicted, because it's called Jesus Christ Superstar, and basically from Judas's point of view, Judas is the one that's like, we could be doing this for the poor, we could be doing this for the weak, or you shouldn't be flaunting yourself out there, Jesus. Like it's very much, people were upset by the way it was portrayed. So it was already very controversial, right? It's already a very controversial musical, but like to add insult to injury and like put Cynthia Erivo starring as Jesus. One, they did it so people would go to the Hollywood Bowl, right? Because it's only playing for 3 days. That's it. So they want the most people, the most money coming they want the most people and the most money to support this, right? They want people to show up. And since Cynthia Erivo is currently riding the high, she's like the it person in the LGBT community right now to get hired for stuff. And it's not going to stop anytime soon because Wicked 2 is coming out. Yeah. So, she's hot shit right now. So like they want to bank off of her right now. And it was in Broadway, so she very much knows. And she started, she played in Jesus Christ Superstar, so she knows what it's about. So this is in her wheelhouse, but at the same time, I think that her casting and the casting announcement was done very much to like get eyes on this project, to get people heated up about it, and to get people talking about it.
Definitely.
Yeah, so it wasn't done for the right reasons. Like if they wanted to just put on a performance of Jesus Christ Superstar, they could have cast anybody, but instead they cast Cynthia Erivo as Jesus, which to me makes no sense. If you're going to cast a woman in there, like aside from Mary Magdalene, let her play the role of Judas. Like in the movie, Judas was played by a Black guy, and you have to have an incredible vocal range in order to play Judas. He gets like all of the freaking high notes. Jesus has one great song that's been covered by a lot of different people, but like Judas gets incredible songs in that movie, like crazy vocal range for those songs. And I think that I honestly think she had a better time playing the role of Judas, but whatever. But yeah, it considering where it's in California, like it's such a California thing to do. But at the same time, it's going to get a lot of people talking about it who are not in California, who have no intention to go and even, book a flight to go and watch this show. It's like nobody's going to go and picket this show or anything like that. It's simply to get eyes on it and get attention to it.
Yeah. That's exactly what they do, because people like YouTubers are going to talk about it, which is going to get more eyes onto the fact that she has been cast. Like I know, ironically, we are talking about it because we're on YouTube, but at the same time, it's like people are making videos about it. People are putting like their 2 cents on it on X, people and everything like that, and like it's like they're using this controversy as free publicity for.
That's basically what it is. Yeah.
That's what they're doing.
Yeah.
See you, Drew.
And like Cynthia Erivo is gonna host the Tony Awards, like that was announced as well. That makes sense to me. she's gonna host the Tony Awards. Sure, she's starred on Broadway. She's a Tony Award winning actress. Totally makes sense. I don't understand why she would put herself in this position, other than to stir up controversy so she can once again call herself a victim. Oh my gosh, I'm receiving so much hate because I want to play Jesus.
Yeah, definitely. Like I would not put that past her.
I'm being victimized just like Jesus. Like it's so stupid. So stupid.
Oh my god. I hope she does it. I really
I hope she does it too.
Yeah,
I hope she does it too.
But anyway, the only other thing
Did
I
you see
have
this new photo? Did you see this new picture of Nicholas Holt?
I probably have, but just show it because I'm like,
as Lex.
Oh yeah,
I'm actually looking forward to seeing his Lex Luthor because I really like this guy. I really like him.
He was another name that was floated around as possibility for James Bond. I think he looks a bit too young, even though he's in his 30s. He has a baby face, kind of. So I don't picture him as Bond, but he's a good actor. I love him as an actor because he was in Nosferatu. I rewatched The Menu. I think he's really good in that. Renfield, I think he was really good in that as well.
Oh yeah, he was good in Renfield.
He's a very good actor.
Would be a good Q. I don't know who that is.
Yes, he would be a very good Q. Q is the tech guy. Q is the one that makes all of James Bond gadgets, so that way James Bond could do the missions that he needs to do. So basically, Q is the unsung hero behind James Bond, essentially. So he could be a very good Q.
Okay.
Yeah, guy. Like he'd be a very good Q in my opinion. I just don't see him as Bond. His name has been floated around as a possibility for Bond, but I could see him as Q.
I'm actually looking forward to seeing him as Lex Luthor even more than the dude that's playing Superman.
Like he's probably I would hazard to bet that Nicholas Hoult is going to be one of the only good things about the Superman movie.
I'm wondering if that's going to be true. Yeah, because I'm really looking forward to seeing his Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
What's the guy that's playing Superman?
I can't remember his name.
Oh my god!
I just remember the lazy eye. I just remember the lazy eye.
Why can't I remember his name? Holy shit! Why can't I remember his name? It doesn't matter. David Corenswet. David Corenswet. That's his name. David Corenswet. Yeah.
See, the thing I remember about him was how bored he looked in that promo where he's putting on his boots and you see Metropolis being destroyed in the background and he looks like he can't even be bothered to put his boots back on.
Well, the only other thing that I've seen David Corenswet was in Twisters.
He was in. I haven't seen that yet. So.
Yeah, he was in Twisters, and I think I saw that movie a little bit before the announcement came out that he was going to be Superman or something like that. I can't remember. Or the announcement already came out and I was watching it and I was like, oh shit, that's gonna be the new Superman. He has his role is kind of semi-important in that movie. But if his, I don't know. I couldn't really judge whether or not he's going to be a good Superman based on that movie, but that's the only thing I've ever seen him in.
Okay. Yeah, I need to see Pearl because I rewatched.
I've never seen Pearl.
What was the first one that came out? I'm blanking on the movie because Maxine came out. Pearl was the one, technically the prequel, but the second movie came out. And I'm so tired, chat. Forgive me. I literally rewatched X. Thank you, X. I rewatched that movie.
Oh my gosh, if you're tired, I need to pull this up because I want to piss you off.
Oh god, yeah. I was gonna say after the Cynthia Erivo one, I've only had the Rings of Power shit. So let's see how you piss me off.
I'm looking forward to Nicholas Hoult though. I like this photo. This is a good photo.
Like I said, my bet is he's gonna be one of the only good things about the Superman movie. That's my bet. Because I'm not at all. I'm so apprehensive about that movie because of what I've seen, and the fact that I do not trust James Gunn at all.
Did you see the picture of James Gunn and Zack Snyder?
Oh, I saw that picture. Yeah, I saw that picture. Yeah, but I don't trust James Gunn at all because he's like a one-note fucking director and writer.
I want to see a picture of him and David Ayer. David Ayer, he really wants his Suicide Squad cut out.
I want his because given what the trailer was before,
Yeah, that I got interested in it.
we be
Yeah.
Marvelized it. I was like, I really want to see David Ayer's cuts because it was dark. It looked dark, and then
It
they
looked
made him like
good.
do those reshoots, and like it was like, no, that's not Suicide Squad. What the fuck are you doing? Yeah, release the Ayer cuts.
He every now and then he'll still tweet stuff and reply back to people about
Oh yeah,
Suicide.
he's replacing Henry Cavill, who was brought back only to be booted again by Warner Brothers, basically.
David Ayer follows me on Twitter. I don't know why. All right.
No human litter box. Oh god.
It's gonna be the human litter box.
Oh god.
I showed this on Flashcast, and yeah, I got they were so mad at me, so I was just like, I gotta show Mara. It's gonna piss her off. Are you ready?
All right. Yeah.
Okay.
Here's how I clean my human litter box. On the first of every month, I scoop up all the waste from the spots marked with sticks, and then I place it into biodegradable bags. After
Mara, this is a look at her. She's in a human litter box.
Okay, I'm gonna say this again, chat. I'm not a fucking prude, but the fact that these assholes make me one
She's kneeling.
pisses me off.
She's kneeling in the pee and poop.
I'm not a
kneeling
prude.
and she's. I think that some people are like, she's wearing jeans. She's wearing shorts, so her legs. She's wearing ripped shorts. Her legs are in the pee and poop.
It's in the fucking litter.
After that, I place all the bags into a dry ice chamber for 45 minutes, which helps reduce pathogens and bacteria. I use a black light to
You know another way to reduce pathogens and bacteria? Use a fucking toilet, bitch. That reduces pathogens and bacteria. Because you flush that shit away, literally.
Disru said Adam should have kept his rib.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh no!
Yeah, Raging Rhino can fix her. Raging Rhino can fix her.
Raging Rhino fell in love last night when he was watching this.
Bacteria and determine if it requires further cleaning. If there's a lot of bacteria, I spray the litter box with a sanitizing spray, and I pour eucalyptus scent to marinate and make it smell nice.
It's so gross. I was so hoping. I was so hoping that this was fake, but I'm gonna pull up an article, Mara.
I can't even. I gotta take another swig. I can't fucking even.
I was so hoping that this was fake, but it's not.
After that, I set up a UV light that helps remove the bacteria. The sanitizing process takes about 3 hours, but it's a lot more cost efficient than replacing all the sand in the litter box.
A toilet is cost efficient! A fucking toilet is cost efficient! Get a low flush fucking toilet! Cost efficient!
Mara, hold on, wait, Mara, look. Look at where her litter box is. It's right next to the kitchen.
I'm gonna be fucking sick. I'm gonna be fucking sick. Again, I hate these assholes for making me come across as a prude when I know I'm fucking not.
It's right next to the kitchen.
Right.
She's got a jug of tea.
She literally shits where she eats. Oh my god.
Right next to the kitchen.
I set up a UV light that helps remove the bacteria. The sanitizing process takes about 3 hours, but it's a lot more cost efficient than replacing all the sand in the litter box. While I wait, I take out the waste bags from the ice chamber and I place them into nursery pots. The waste makes a really good manure to help plants grow. I put a variety of different seeds in each one.
Fertilizer does that.
What?
Fertilizer. Just buying fertilizer at Walmart or whatever fucking store does that too. What?
wait, hold on. You're not done. We're not done.
Fertilizer blend and some soil for my compost bin. I like to sell the plants at the farmer's market when they sprout.
She sells her poo-poo plants. She sells her poo-poo plants at the farmer's market.
Steph, I love you, but I hate you right now.
Mara.
She's literally spreading the shit around. Hello, Kool-Aid. Hello. Why avoid vegans too? The joke I've heard is basically, how do you spot a vegan at a how do you spot a vegan at a party? You don't. They spot you.
I bet her arms are filled with arm hair.
I bet. Yeah, I bet.
Oh my gosh. She sells her poo-poo plants.
I'm grossed out and like wonder, and I'm just like thinking humanity is doomed.
This is our relationship, Spirian.
Yes, this is our relationship.
If I don't do it here, I'm doing it over on Instagram.
You should see what she sends me.
Once the litter box is done sanitizing, I use a rake to smooth out any impurities. And that's how I clean my human litter box. Here's how I clean.
I don't even want to touch our family's cat's litter box. Why the fuck?
Wait, did you
hear that? Blame Steph. She's the one who shared this.
Wait, look, I totally missed it. On the first, she only cleans this out once a month.
Once a month. First of every month.
How often do you clean your cat's litter box?
Yeah, once a month. And last toxic mail, since you just walked in here, I just like, you know me. You know I'm not a fucking prude. But these assholes make me one. I am nowhere near a prude. Last toxic mail
on the first of every month. I asked Raging Rhino how often he cleaned his cat's litter box, his two cats' litter box. Yeah. He said every day.
Yeah.
but she cleans hers out once a month. And this is human feces.
Yes. And it's right next to the fucking kitchen. She's right next to the kitchen where she eats. I remember that whole phrase, ladies and gentlemen, is you don't shit where you eat. She's doing that.
Soul Assassin Steph can't remember the movies she's seen or not, but she can find the
videos on social media. Yes.
To be fair, now that I've shown this to Mara, I'll forget about it tomorrow. But there's an article. That goes along with this. Hold on, I have to pull it up. Wait, let me go to my bookmark.
To add to the torture, ladies and gentlemen, she's going to find the article attached to it.
Look,
I don't want to think about that small, because again, it's near where she makes her food, and oh my god, damn!
There's poop particles up in her apartment.
Yeah,
up in the air. There's poop particles everywhere.
God forbid you walk in with a black light. God forbid you walk into her apartment with a fucking black light.
There has to be. Look, woman requires her guests to use the human litter box. She doesn't even use it. This is for her guests, people who come over. She doesn't allow them to use the bathroom at her house. And once you're done, you have to leave a tip. You have to leave a tip.
The tip I leave is for her therapy, like basically for her to get therapy.
You got to leave a tip.
She definitely does not shave her pits. She comes across as a woman who does not shave her pits.
I require my guests to use the bathroom in a litter box. And this is because I guess someone came over to her house and overflowed her toilet, right? So she had to get it fixed or whatever. So now she doesn't allow guests to use her toilet. She makes them use her litter box, and she cleans up. She cleans up other people's poop.
Let me tell you a military story, ladies and gentlemen. All right, this is the extent I will go. All right, when I was in Turkey, I was doing one of those tours. Of basically the Turkish country, or at least the local, okay, one of those local tours, right? And I really had to go to the bathroom, and every fucking bathroom facility I went to on the tour, I shit you not, no pun intended, was a hole in the ground for women, basically, because women in Turkey primarily wear skirts. All right, so all they have to do is remove their underwear and let gravity take its course. Okay, I held it the entire fucking time until I found a public toilet to use at a restaurant. I would do that in a heartbeat if I ever visited this woman. And I was able to hold it for a couple hours. There's no fucking way I would do that. If I wasn't willing to piss in a hole in the ground, I'm not fucking doing it in a human litter box.
She requires guests to put on these little foot covers. She makes them put on foot covers. And these are the rules.
Tips are appreciated. Here's my tip. Get a fucking therapist.
You must dig a hole at least 6 inches from an existing marker. And there's going to be markers because she only cleans this out once a month. Okay? Only 2 paper towel sheets allowed per use. Only 2. She says paper towel, but I saw a toilet roll. All right? I saw a toilet roll there. So she only allows people to use 2 toilet roll sheets.
Literally hurts. I literally did because I was not pissing in a hole in the ground.
I don't like using public bathrooms.
I was willing to use it at that point as long as I had public, basically like indoor plumbing.
I'll hold it until I get back to my house or something. Like I don't like using public restrooms. And then number 3, log in the journal before exiting the bath. She wants to know about your BM. She wants to know about your bowel movements. She needs you to log it in the journal.
Okay, Steph,
I don't know what that's for. Like, why is there a journal? Why is there a poop and pee journal? I have no idea. And then leave a tip. She wants you to leave a tip because to maintain her cat litter box, her human litter box takes money. So you got to tip her.
It takes a level of insanity. Steph, I have to ask you this. I love you. But how the fuck did you find this? It
came up on Twitter. I don't know. It just, I was scrolling Twitter and it was one of the videos and I was like, you know I'm going to share this on some stream. I don't know which stream it's going to be, but I'm going to share this on someone's stream.
You know why it came up on Twitter? Because of the algorithm. What the fuck are you looking at?
No, I don't remember. I don't know. It was something, I think it was probably like what the fuck videos. It's probably like what the fuck videos or something like that, which is an account that I follow. So it was
Stig's in here. I added a couple new clips to my StreamYard. I forgot to mention this earlier because Stig's here. He'll appreciate this clip, right? Because he does like these puns, and I always say I'm gonna do one of those like rim shot videos. But this video, I'm like, no, I'm gonna pick this clip for when Stig does like one of his puns that make me roll my eyes. So he'll appreciate this. If you've seen this movie, chat, you'll appreciate it. Last Toxic Male, you'll appreciate this too.
Jesus. What are you doing here?
Giving you a rim job.
What? Rim shot? Rim shot.
Whatever. Hey.
Giving you a rim job.
I have to see. Oh, it's Internet Hall of Fame. That's why it came out because I follow this channel or this profile, Internet Hall of Fame. That's where it came from. Yeah, that's why. That's why. Mara,
okay, look up rim job. You'll get it.
I've never seen that movie. Whatever the movie that was. What movie was that?
The Nice Guys. I think you'd like it. It's with Ryan Gosling and Russell Crowe. It's called The Nice Guys. But if you don't know what a rim job is, look it up. You'll get the joke.
She gives her visitors some snacks while using the bathroom.
I can explain it to you guys, but I'm going to make you torture yourselves and look it up.
Mara,
what?
These are the snacks that she gives her visitors while using the bathroom. You can snack on something. So something going in, something coming out.
Bjorn knows what it is. But, like, you know what fucking sucks? I like Tacos Fuego. I like those fucking chips. And I'm like, now you've turned me off of them because she offers them to her fucking guests.
They're called Takis, not Takis.
Whatever. I like them.
They're called Takis.
Takis?
Takis.
I've never heard.
Oh my goodness!
I've never heard it pronounced. I've never heard it pronounced. All I've seen is on the shelves basically. So Takis. So
you're like, oh, give me some Takis.
No, I don't say it. I just pick it off the shelf and buy it.
I want some Takis. Takis. They're called Takis.
Like the Takis Fuego. I like them.
Takis. Pronounce it correctly. Pronounce it correctly.
Takis.
Takis.
Anyway,
yeah.
but I like them. And she's ruining them for me.
Well, I'm not. This girl is.
I
them to sign this
know. I'm
journal.
no.
And
When I say she, I meant
respectfully
this
ask for tips,
this
because
bitch,
maintaining
not
this
you.
area
Like,
can get a
she's
little
ruining for me.
expensive.
I like them.
Look, hold on. Listen to this.
I require all my guests to use the bathroom in a litter box. Hi, my name is Ivy Bloom, and this is my indoor potty area. I used to let my friends use the bathroom in my garden, but
What the?
Did you see the garden bathroom? It was just a box. It was just a box.
I've since learned how unsanitary that is. Before entering the potty area,
Instead, let's do it
require
inside
guests
the
to put on
house.
these foot covers. And first timers are required to read the rules. The most important rule is to dig at least 6 inches from an existing stick, because that's where another guest has used the bathroom. It's pretty simple. You just do what you have to do and put your toilet paper on top. I provide guests with charcoal that must be placed inside to help absorb odors. And once that's placed inside, you cover it up with the litter and mark the spot with the stick. I provide a variety of refreshments and snacks that visitors can snack on while using the bathroom. And yes, there is a privacy curtain. Once that's done, they can take the covers off
That makes all the
and
fucking
wash them in
difference.
this bucket. Then they have to place them in this jar so that the next guest can use them. Once my guest is done using the bathroom, I require them to sign this journal. And I do respectfully ask for tips.
Look at all the people that have used her bathroom. The journal is filled in.
Because maintaining this area can get a little expensive.
It'd be cheaper to have a fucking toilet at that point.
See, now wasn't that better? Wasn't that better than talking about Rings of Power?
I hate you. But speaking of Rings of Power.
Speaking about shit.
Speaking of shit. This news came out a while back. But, like, it's like, just like if anyone's interested in Rings of Power, it's going to have a time jump in season 3. And we're finally going to see the One Ring made, even though the One Ring is made before Sauron reveals himself. But they fucking threw that out the window. Because basically here's the lore. The actual fucking lore. And I think I triggered Rhino by using that word. Basically, disrespect the lore. Yes. Here's the actual lore. Okay. Sauron helps Celebrimbor create 16 of the 19 rings outside of the One Ring. Okay. He helps him create 16 of the 19 rings. 16 of the 19 rings. Okay. 9 of which are given to the race of men, and 7 of which are given to the dwarves. They're not specifically made for either race. They're just rings of power, basically, that Sauron divvies up amongst the races. The only one that he doesn't divvy up are the 3 rings that Celebrimbor makes, because Celebrimbor begins not trusting Sauron, right? Because he's like, there's something not right about this guy, even though he looks like us, Anatar, like anyone else. Even though he looks like us, he's saying all the things that we want to hear. There's something not right about this asshole. So he creates 3 rings of power that he gives to the elves for safekeeping, that Sauron does not know, that's like, finds out about, but does not know where they are. And Sauron reveals himself when he creates the One Ring in the year 1600 of the Second Age. All right? But at this point, all fucking 19 rings are created in this show, but no One Ring. But yet they know Sauron he's basically doing his business in Middle-earth. So yeah. But anyone who's at all following the news about this show, as I said, I was saying, hashtag Mara was right. I said we were going to get at least 3 seasons. I've been saying that since pretty much season 1 premiered. We're going to get at least 3 seasons because, well, Amazon paid for 5 seasons and they only greenlit officially 3 because they had to do so before even season 2 officially drops. They had to greenlight the 3rd season. I said we're going to get at least 3 seasons. Yeah, we're gonna get a time jump, ladies and gentlemen. So we're gonna get one step closer to the war between elves and Sauron, and the orcs and things like that. Even though the orcs just want to have a family of their own, they want to live free and have families, nuclear families. And it's just like the nasty elves are going after them.
I'm not watching this crap.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not watching this crap.
I saw your comments. Sauron.
That's the only. I watch this show through Disprove. That's the only way I can watch it. I'm so happy. I am not watching this show at all. Like, no way.
I wasn't going to watch the show, but then I saw people like defending it and actually peddling the lies Amazon was telling about how respectful it was going to be to Tolkien and all that shit. And like, you know what? I'm going to watch it. I'm not giving Amazon clicks, but I'm going to watch it. I'm going to pick out everything it's disrespectful to in regards to Tolkien and the lore and everything. All they had to do, here it is. I'm doing reading streams, chat. Here, I'll show you. I did a reading stream of The Hobbit. Okay, and I'm doing reading streams right now of this. I'm in book 2. All right, so I'm getting through Fellowship of the Ring, Lord of the Rings. Amazon has the rights to the appendices at the end of this book. Hey, sorry, I missed saying hello to you, Phil. Hey, Scattered Knight. Sorry. They have the rights to the appendices in Lord of the Rings. And what is part of the appendices that they can use? Oh my fucking god. A timeline. An actual timeline that they can use. And yes, I wear them tight jeans last talk to me, but an actual timeline they can use. I mean, granted, they had to fill in the blanks a little bit, but there is an actual timeline of events of when Numenor, of when Sauron is captured by the Numenorians and basically influences Ar-Pharazôn, which happens near the end of the second age, not where it is now in the show. When the forging of the rings happens, which is between 1500 and 1599 of the second age, basically. The fact that Mordor is already exists, it's not created. And Sauron picks it in the year 1000 of the second. Literally a fucking timeline that they can follow. Literally a timeline they can follow. What do they do? When I do the streams, and like at this point, this should not be happening. But then I stop myself and I say, I have no idea what the fucking point this is because the timeline is all over the place. You have things happening now that should be happening near the end of the second age. Because Ar-Pharazôn, Elendil, Isildur, Tar Muriel, they should not be existing right now. At the creation of the rings, they do not exist. They are not born yet.
Well, now they are.
No, now they are. Yeah, apparently. Fucking apparently. Now they are. But they should not exist yet per the timeline. But they're existing now. And you have the fucking dickhead named Theo, who's a non-canonical character who people think is going to become one of the 9 ring race, because the 9 ring race are the race of men who got the rings of power that Sauron controls them. Basically, so people are like putting forth the theory that Theo becomes one of them. I'm like, I don't fucking give a shit about that. I want the kid to die. Like, he is one of the most worthless characters in the show, and there are a lot of fucking worthless characters in this series. The hobbits. Okay, they're like, oh, they're technically not hobbits, they're Harfoots. No, Harfoots are hobbits. Harfoots are hobbits. Harfoots are a type of hobbit. So basically, they lied when they said that there would be no hobbits in the show. Harfoots are hobbits. Harfoots
they can't call them hobbits.
Yeah, they can't. Well, technically they could. Technically they could because they have the rights to the third age stuff. But at the same time, they don't have the rights to call them hobbits because of the fact that they're not even mentioned until the third age. But they have them appear in the second age. Well,
they went extinct.
No, they just weren't in the histories. They didn't go fucking extinct. But I call them murder hobbits because in one episode, literally in 2 episodes, basically, one episode they have where they're reading off the names of those who fell along the trail, basically, of those who died.
Oh, didn't they get behind or get left behind?
Yeah, well, I'm saying they're reading off the names, and then very next episode, they're this one hobbit's talking about leaving the family behind and taking their wheels so they can't move.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, what? I was like, what?
Disper, that's who I'm talking about when I say they would extinct.
So I'm saying,
that's who I'm talking about when I say they go.
At some point, the great cleansing happens within the Hobbit. At some point, the great cleansing
move
happens.
on, not y'all.
Yeah. At some point, the great cleansing does happen. But yeah, I call them murder hobbits because they were ready to leave a family behind and take their wheels so they couldn't move.
Hey, you can't move. You get left behind.
Yeah.
Leave them behind.
We remember all those who fell. No one gets left behind. We're gonna go
not anymore. See you later.
Yeah, like see you later.
We'll take your wheels.
We're gonna take your.
They stole their rims.
Pretty much, that's what they wanted to do.
They stole their rims and tires.
Yeah. Yeah, the Hobbit Crips, the Bloods and Crips and Hobbits. Basically, it's like literally. But yeah, like, in case you're interested about the shit show, there's gonna be a time jump in the third season. That's pretty much all you need to take from that movie. That filming has already started, or is going to be starting because they officially greenlit season 3. Shocker. Do Harpers have indoor litter boxes? You know what? Okay, Harfoots. You know the hobbits in the Shire, Steph? Like you've seen the movies, basically.
Yeah.
Those are Harfoots, basically. So at some point they go from being nomadic, which never occurred with the like they were only nomadic enough until they like settled, basically. But they make them nomadic in the show. So these fucking dirty ass murder hobbits in the series are going to become the hobbits we see in the Shire in Lord of the Rings. All white ethnic cleansing happens sometime between the Second Age and the Third Age.
Something happens.
Yeah. So the great
racism happens.
Yeah, the great ethnic cleansing will happen from the Second Age to the Third Age.
I wanted to show you something really quickly, Mara, because they're finally putting the names out there of the actors who are playing the 7 dwarves.
Oh, I saw that. I almost talked about
it.
You did?
Yeah. All right, yeah. Every single time I make a video and I talk about the 7 dwarves, there's always someone in my comments that's like, the dwarves are going to be played by little people. You don't know anything. You don't know what you're talking about.
One little person that's voicing a dwarf.
Yeah, they're being played by little people. Okay, they're not taking jobs away from people. Dude, okay, here's this guy who's playing Dopey. And why do they have anybody playing Dopey? I thought he was mute. Dopey doesn't talk.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah,
I don't remember him talking at all.
No, Dopey doesn't talk. He's mute. Why do we have anybody playing Dopey? Unless they're going to make him do noises? Can you imagine? Oh my gosh. But Dopey's mute. I don't know why. But here's the other people. I knew that Martin Kleba was going to play Grumpy.
Yeah, he's the only role person that's voicing.
He's the only one. I told you like way back when, I think like last year, that Martin Kleba was going to voice Grumpy. He's the person that like came out and said, I guess like behind the scenes when that photo came out of the 7 diverse characters, like someone asked him off what is it called? Off the record, if those were actually the 7 dwarfs. And it came back. He told them like, no, he a friend of mine like asked him and he was like, no, those aren't the 7 dwarves. They haven't been shown yet. Those aren't them. So like, that's why I never thought that those were the 7 dwarfs. So he's the only little person that's voicing a dwarf because we've got this guy right here, Titus Burgess.
As Bashful.
This guy, he's playing Bashful. Okay.
Yeah.
Jeremy Swift, he's playing Doc.
Yeah. I know Titus Burgess. I don't know Jeremy Swift. I know the Martin Kleba. I know him.
Jason, I don't even know. Jason Kravitz. He's playing Sneezy. So this guy's playing Sneezy.
Yeah.
They're not little people. George Salazar is playing Happy.
Yeah.
This guy, he's playing Happy. They're not little people. They're not little people. So like all this, everybody who's coming like, they're not taking jobs away from little people. They're being voiced by little. Nope.
No, they're not.
Only one little person is playing a dwarf.
little people could have been cast as actual dwarves. So basically, they took away several jobs.
Yeah. If they weren't gonna, you know what? If they weren't gonna cast actual little people as the dwarfs, right? They're like, no, we're too progressive. No, we don't want to do that. Yeah. Then cast them as the voice actors. But no, they didn't. They cast regular people and only one little person to play Grumpy.
Yeah. Yep.
I thought that even the voice actors had to reflect who they're voicing. Remember when that came out? Oh no, if you're gonna play a black person, a black cartoon version, it has to be a black actor to voice that. Remember, like that whole mess of a woke thing that came out. That
I remember because I pointed out that James Avery, a black actor, voiced Shredder. And no one fucking cared because James Avery is a very good actor. He's a very good voice actor. No one fucking cared because that's all that matters is if the voice actor does the fucking job.
Mm-hmm. I remember a bunch of voice actors coming out and apologizing for voicing who they were voicing, or they stepped away from the role. They literally quit their jobs in the name of woke because I'm not allowed to voice these actors anymore because I don't reflect that whatever that character who I am voicing. But no, let's just put whoever is playing.
Hank Azaria did it. He voiced a lot of characters on The Simpsons, and
Hank Azaria came out and apologized.
Yeah, he came out and apologized.
So stupid.
Yeah, I'm like, you're a fucking moron. Yeah, Bart Simpson was voiced by a woman. No one fucking cared. Because it's a voice acting. It's a voice actor.
Voice acting. But I thought in this era of woke diversity and this era of DEI, if you're going to be, I don't know, creating a little person, a dwarf, then it has to be played by a dwarf. It has to be voiced by them. That's what I thought.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I guess not. Disney does it different. But if they're not going to cast dwarf actors, at least have them voice them. But no, regular people. Regular Andrew Burnap, great dude.
Yeah. Last time I checked, all the voice actors who voiced the Autobots and Decepticons weren't fucking Autobots and Decepticons.
No, Mara.
Yeah, I mean, like my life has been a lie. They're human, voicing bots. Imagine my shock when I realized Frank Welker was the voice behind Optimus Prime, a human behind an Autobot. Imagine my fucking shock.
These are the dwarf. Oh, here's Dopey, the guy that plays Dopey. I don't know why Dopey's mute. Martin Kleba. He's the only one. He's the only one. He's voicing Grumpy. He's the only one. Martin Kleba.
Mm-hmm. Oh, sorry, Megatron, basically, but still, Frank Welker, basically, and what I meant to say was what's his name? Fucking hell. Why am I blanking on his name? Peter.
He looks like his dog.
You know what I'm talking about, basically. But imagine if Frank Welker and Peter Cullen. Imagine my surprise that they're fucking humans. One voicing an Autobot, one voicing Megatron. And Peter Cullen, I believe, did the Predator noises for the 1987 Predator movie. Yeah. So basically, the clicking sounds you hear, I believe, is Peter Cullen doing the clicking sounds. So yeah, the Predator is his vocals is done by a human. Oh my fucking god! There's not an actual Yautja in the fucking movie.
Sorry.
Why is she talking to play Megatron? Shut up, Disparu.
Oh my god, I just looked at the Harrison Ford video again.
Oh my god.
He does look like a kid that was caught with food.
Predator was a documentary. I believe it was, yeah. But Peter Cullen voices Optimus Prime. Frank Welker voices Megatron. James Avery, who played Uncle Phil in the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, the original Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, voiced Shredder in the Ninja Turtles cartoon. No one fucking cared.
Nope.
No one cared. Just Ian McKellen played both Magneto and Gandalf. No one fucking cared. Anyway, chat, that is talking nerdy to us, ladies and gentlemen, for this day. I'm going to talk to. I meant to talk to you about this behind the scenes before we started, but we started late. Not bad or anything. But the only thing I ask, all right, you can do the next 2 in a row if you want, or we can skip one. But I want the drunk St. Patty's one.
How dare you?
You had the drunk New Year's Eve one. I want the drunk St. Patty's one.
You had the Christmas one. You wanted Christmas.
No one gets drunk at Christmas. People get drunk on New Year's.
You requested Christmas, and I was like, "Cool, I'll take New Year's."
Yeah, you take the drunk New Year's. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get the drunk St. Patty's one.
Wait a second. No, is the St. Patty's fall on mine?
If we did it every other day, I don't know. But like I said, you could do 2 in a row if you want. I don't fucking care.
Oh, it does fall on mine. Ladies, stop fighting. Fine. You can have the drunk St. Patty's one.
Thank you.
Yeah, nobody gets drunk at Easter.
Oh, like you've not seen my family. You've not seen me on Easter. Like no one gets drunk on Easter. So,
you can have St. Patty's. It's not like I celebrate St. Patty's anyways.
Yeah, I'm saying like it's like that's it. That's all I ask.
Go for it.
Really?
So the next 2 will be on my channel then, I guess.
Yeah, because of Boondock Saints. See those posters there, chat? Boondock Saints. We're all Irish. We're all Irish on St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, there you go. I'll do Cinco de Mayo.
There you go. I'll give you Cinco de Mayo. There you go.
When does that fall?
I'm
looking. Hold on. Oh, perfect. Okay, yeah. Okay, I'll do it. The 4th.
Okay, Steph gets Cinco de Mayo.
I'll take Cinco de Mayo.
I'll get St. Patty's Day. Technically, I found out I am part Irish on my dad's side, so technically I would get St. Patty's Day.
Oh, well, how can I say no?
How can you say no? It's my heritage. It's my heritage.
I can't say no.
No,
that's fine. Next 2 will be on my channel then.
Yeah, next 2 will be on her channel. I'll remind her. And I also, chat, technically I'm actually related to the royal family on my dad's side through my dad's side of the family because we are distantly related to Queen Victoria. So we are distantly related to the royal family.
Let's go.
So we were like umpteenth in line for the throne. So all I had to do is like knock off 100 like people ahead of me, and I would be in line for the throne of England. Just have to knock off a couple hundred people or so.
Oh, dude, she would do it too.
I would. You ever see what's the name? Alec Guinness movie. Where this guy knocks off all the all the ones ahead of him so he can get his inheritance, and Alec Guinness plays each character that he's knocking off.
Nope, never seen.
Oh my god. That's what it would be like, basically. I'd be knocking off everyone ahead of me. It's like the inheritance. But it stars Alec Guinness. It's actually like a funny movie, basically. Alec Guinness plays all the characters that get bumped off. Kind Hearts and Coronets, basically. Kind Hearts and Coronets is the movie. It's actually a fun movie. It's actually a funny movie, in my opinion. Kind Hearts and Coronets. So if you've not seen it, I recommend it. It stars Alec Guinness, and if you know Alec Guinness, you know him as Obi-Wan Kenobi in the original Star Wars trilogy. But anyway, chat. Now remind Steph, the next 2, unless she skips one, next 2 will be on her channel. And then I get the Drunk St. Patty's one, so I'll remind her.
Mm-hmm.
So before I do my outro, Steph, let everybody know where they can find you and what you're up to and all that fun stuff.
Well, cavalryman, I will not be wearing my Catholic schoolgirl uniform. I wore those for I don't know how many years of my life. I don't want to put them back on. From like I don't know, kinder all the way through senior year. No, thank you. No, thank you. Those aren't sexy to me when you have to wear them all the time. No.
Yeah.
But yeah, Snow White video is out, and I'll probably be making a couple of Brie Larson videos. And tomorrow,
yay!
And tomorrow I'll be doing a oh my gosh, what is it? Lego. A Lego stream over on Locals, and we're going to be watching what are we watching? Star Wars Episode 3. Yeah.
Okay, we're going
to be watching Revenge of the Sith tomorrow over on Locals. Other than that, on Wednesday I'll be doing nerdy news because there's a lot that I want to talk about, but that's it.
All right, chat. And as far as me, what I'll be wearing essentially for St. Patrick's Day is, if I remember to pull it out of my drawer, is my "Pinch Me and I'll Punch You" tank top for St. Patrick's Day. The one that Instagram will not let me post because it promotes violence.
Really?
Yeah, I've tried posting it on Instagram once, and it would not let me post it because it promoted violence. Just because it said "I'll punch you if you pinch me." Basically, it's like that's it. That's the tank top. But I'll be wearing that for St. Patrick's Day. As my throw in, check an Amazon wish list. I do not expect anything, but it is appreciated. And thank you all for the ones who sent the super stickers and super chats. They're very much appreciated for this stream. Next two will be on Steph's channel, so tune in for that. Tomorrow, I think what I'll try to do, if I have time to install the mods for Sims 2, because it is kind of a process, is maybe playing Sims 2 tomorrow on my Kick and Twitch, so you can watch me design a house and shit like that. As far a chill stream, probably do that. And then reading stream Tuesday. Wednesday will be John Wick Chapter 2 discussion. Thursday will be law-abiding citizen discussion. I do both the John Wick streams and law-abiding citizen with Orange Chat reviews, so tune in for that.
Oh, law-abiding citizen is good. I like that.
Okay, I've never seen that. I saw Punisher.
I think you'll like it. Yeah.
I'm going to watch it Thursday, so it's fresh in my mind. But I'll be talking about it Thursday evening with Orange Chat, and we're talking Chapter 2 of John Wick this coming Wednesday, because we talked about Chapter 1 the previous Wednesday, and then Friday probably definitely back to a gaming stream, because Saturday I'll be doing a watch party of because I believe this coming Saturday is Elimination Chamber for wrestling, so I'll be doing a watch party on my Discord for that. Cool. So if you're on my Discord, tune in for that. Whenever it starts, I gotta look at the time again to see when it starts, but I'll be doing a watch party for that. And then next Sunday, Talking to Just will be on Steph's channel. So she gets to pick the topics we talk about, and you get to blame her again for any human litter box shit or equivalent she comes up with.
Excuse me.
I
knew that would upset you. I was like,
yeah.
Yes.
It more just made me this much closer to sterilization of the human race.
Yeah, that too.
That just made me that much closer.
I did not go to Little Flower Soul. I went to another one.
So last Talking Mail is all about them tight jeans, because I wear my skinny jeans, and I wear that nice top reading stream. I'll be reading I think, what chapter am I on? Hold on, Fellowship of the Ring in Chapter 2. I'm actually pretty far along. It's a journey in the dark in the dark. Yeah, a journey in the dark. We'll be entering or close to entering Moria, ladies and gentlemen. So tune in for that Tuesday.
The next Mario Kart stream. I need to see what time our stream is on Tuesday. I might actually do one after the local stream on Tuesday. So it'll be Tuesday, possibly.
Hey, Orange Chat, speaking, I brought you came in, I brought your name up, or it's we are doing fine. I hope you enjoy the replay, because we're wrapping up, but I'll be talking with Orange Chat, John Wick Chapter 2, and then Law Abiding Citizen. And yes, I am doing a reading stream, basically. So I'm reading this, Jody. So I did reading streams of The Hobbit, so you can go back and watch, listen to those. And I'm currently reading through Lord of the Rings. I've on book 2, chapter 4, going. It's like a journey in the dark. We'll be entering Moria. So tune in for that about 8 to 8:30 p.m. Eastern, thereabouts, Tuesday evenings, because of the YouTube streams I do Wednesday and Thursday, and then the gaming stream Friday. So take care, everyone. Have a good rest of your day or evening, wherever you are in the world. And we will see you all next week. So have fun, take care, and bye-bye.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.